Gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. Your time, energy, and presence are valuable. But too many men forget this truth and tolerate behaviors that slowly destroy their confidence, self-worth, and peace. You cannot become a high-value man if you allow low-value behavior around you, especially from women you're dating or considering for a relationship. This isn't about hate, bitterness, or control. It's about standards. It's about building a life with self-respect and refusing to entertain disrespect in any form. When you enforce your boundaries, you earn respect. When you ignore red flags, you pay the price. Let's break down 8 female behaviors that no man should ever tolerate, no matter how attractive, charming, or sweet she may seem. When a man allows constant disrespect and emasculation in a relationship, he slowly loses his sense of identity and value. It might start subtly, sarcastic jokes about your decisions, dismissive comments about your dreams, or eye rolls when you speak with conviction. Over time, this behavior chips away at your confidence. You begin to doubt yourself. You shrink, hoping that being less will somehow stop the criticism. But it won't. Disrespect, once accepted, only grows stronger. A woman who constantly belittles her man is not showing strength. She's displaying insecurity masked as dominance. And if you tolerate it, you're teaching her that it's okay to speak to you that way. Love never looks like ridicule. A relationship is supposed to be a space where a man can lead, grow, and be appreciated, not undermined. Yet many men put up with emasculation because they fear losing the relationship or being labeled too sensitive. This is a dangerous trap. The more you normalize being spoken down to, the more disconnected you become from your masculine core. Respect is not optional. It is a baseline. A woman who truly values you will speak to you with care, even in conflict. She will challenge you, but not by tearing you down. She will offer feedback, not insults. And if she crosses the line, she will own it. The moment you allow constant disrespect, you signal that you don't value yourself enough to walk away. And if you don't value you, she won't either. You don't need to argue, beg, or justify your standards. You only need to uphold them. When you carry yourself with quiet strength, the right woman will rise to meet your level, and the wrong ones will fall away. And that's exactly how it should be. Manipulation is one of the most dangerous behaviors a man can overlook in a relationship because it doesn't always show up in obvious forms. It hides behind sweet words, emotional expressions, and even moments of affection. A woman who tests your limits through manipulation is often not doing it out of malice, but out of a learned habit, one designed to control, to gain leverage, or to provoke a specific reaction from you. And if you fail to recognize these tactics, you will be caught in a cycle of constantly proving yourself, justifying your actions, or apologizing for things you didn't even do wrong. The signs may be subtle. She guilt trips you when you set a boundary, shifts blame when called out, or plays the victim whenever she's in the wrong. These tactics are meant to keep you off balance, emotionally invested, and easier to influence. The result? You feel drained, confused, and emotionally manipulated. But you can't quite explain why. That's how manipulation works. It erodes clarity and replaces it with self-doubt. The longer you allow it, the harder it becomes to regain control. You start making compromises that don't align with your values just to keep the peace. You stop expressing your truth because you fear how she'll react. And before you know it, you're no longer leading your life. You're reacting to hers. No healthy relationship is built on manipulation. A strong woman respects your mind, your decisions, and your ability to say no. She communicates openly, even when it's uncomfortable. If you ever feel like you're being cornered emotionally or played like a puppet, trust that instinct. Walk away if necessary. Because no matter how beautiful or captivating she may be, if she can only get her way through games and emotional control, the cost to your self-worth is far too high. When a woman flirts with other men while in a relationship, with you, it's not harmless. It's a red flag that should never be ignored. Some men make the mistake of brushing it off, thinking she's just being friendly or trying to make them jealous. But understand this: a woman who truly values you has no interest in using outside attention as leverage. When she chooses you, she shouldn't be seeking constant validation from anyone else. Flirting is more than just a few words or a smile. It's an energy. It's an invitation. And if she's constantly putting out that energy toward other men, she's signaling that she craves the attention more than she respects the relationship. It becomes especially toxic when she does it in front of you, just to get a reaction. That's not only disrespectful, it's manipulative. She's testing your limits, trying to see how much you'll tolerate before you finally speak up or walk away. Some men stay silent because they don't want to seem insecure or controlling. But calling out disrespect isn't insecurity, it's self-respect. A woman who honors the relationship doesn't make you question your place in her life. She doesn't need to stir jealousy to feel desired or wanted. You need to be clear with yourself about what kind of behavior you're willing to accept. A woman who plays with boundaries today will cross them tomorrow. If she's seeking attention from other men while calling herself your partner, she's already halfway out the door. And if you let it slide, you're teaching her that loyalty and emotional exclusivity aren't requirements. A high-value man doesn't compete for his woman's attention. He offers stability, purpose, and presence, and expects mutual respect in return. Anything less is a compromise that slowly kills your self-worth. When a woman plays hot and cold, it's not just confusing, it's a deliberate game of control. One day, she showers you with attention, warmth, and affection. The next, she becomes distant, cold, or indifferent without explanation. This kind of emotional roller coaster is designed to keep you chasing, questioning, and investing more than you should. It's one of the most common and toxic behaviors used to gain psychological leverage in a relationship. The inconsistency triggers your instincts. You feel like you've done something wrong, or worse, that you need to earn her affection again. That's exactly the trap. When you respond to her coldness by trying harder, texting more, apologizing for things you didn't do, or over-explaining, you give her power. She learns that pulling away gets your attention, and giving just enough warmth pulls you back in. This is not love, it's emotional conditioning. The real damage happens over time. You begin to feel anxious, unsure, and even desperate. You wait on her moods to determine how you should feel about yourself. That's not a relationship, it's a power imbalance. And if you don't break the cycle, it only gets worse. A woman who respects herself, and you will show consistency in her actions and emotions. She may have off days, sure, we all do, but she won't use those moments to control or punish you. Hot and cold behavior is not a personality trait. It's a strategy. And once you recognize it, you have a choice. Tolerate the chaos or walk away from it. You deserve clarity, not confusion. You deserve peace, not a guessing game. The right woman won't make you chase her attention. She'll give it because she wants to, not because she needs to keep you hooked. Stop rewarding inconsistency with loyalty. You're worth more than that. When a woman constantly brings drama into your life, it's not passion. It's emotional chaos disguised as connection. Many men mistake emotional intensity for love, thinking the ups and downs are signs of a deep bond. But in reality, if you're always recovering from the last argument, fixing another misunderstanding, or walking on eggshells to avoid triggering her, you're not in a relationship, you're in survival mode. Some women thrive off drama because it gives them a sense of control or significance. Creating problems where none exist allows them to feel powerful, to keep you distracted, and to test your emotional reactions. The more you engage with the drama, the more you fuel it. And before you know it, your peace is gone, your energy is drained. Your goals and priorities take a backseat to fixing yet another emotional storm. A relationship should be a source of strength, not a battlefield. A woman who respects your peace won't manufacture chaos to feel seen. She'll communicate instead of escalate. She'll bring solutions, not just problems. If you find yourself apologizing constantly, calming her down daily, or sacrificing your mental clarity just to keep things afloat, it's not love. It's dysfunction. A high-value man understands that peace is non-negotiable. You're not required to fix someone else's emotional instability. You're not obligated to stay in something that costs you your growth, focus, or happiness. You set the standard for what you allow into your life. The right woman will add to your life, not complicate it. She'll challenge you to grow, not to survive. Emotional chaos is not a sign of love. It's a sign of unresolved issues. Walk away from the noise, and you'll find that peace is not only powerful, it's magnetic. And the woman who truly values you will protect it, not threaten it. When a woman shows a lack of support for your purpose or growth, it's a clear sign that the relationship isn't aligned with your future. As a man, your mission is central to your identity. It gives your life direction, meaning, and structure. A woman who doesn't respect that, who discourages your goals, mocks your ambitions, or pulls you away from your progress, isn't a partner. She's an obstacle. This doesn't always look like outright criticism. Sometimes it's subtle, complaining, when you're working late, being unsupportive of your passions, or constantly needing attention when you're trying to build something meaningful. Over time, it becomes clear that she wants to be the center of your world, not a part of the world you're building. And if you give in, you'll start sacrificing the very things that define who you are. A woman who truly values you will want to see you rise. She will encourage your discipline, not resent it. She'll celebrate your wins and challenge you when you're slacking, not distract you with drama or neediness. She doesn't have to share your purpose, but she must respect it. Too many men lose years of potential because they get emotionally entangled with someone who only sees them for who they are now, not who they're becoming. You must remember, your future is too important to compromise for short-term comfort or validation. If she can't support the direction you're heading, she shouldn't be standing beside you. There's a deep power in staying committed to your mission. When you prioritize your growth, you attract people, including women, who align with that energy. And the ones who don't? Let them go. Because any relationship that costs you your purpose is ultimately too expensive. Stay focused, stay grounded, and only build with those who want to build with you. Gentlemen, holding standards doesn't make you harsh, it makes you respected. The woman who's truly worth your time will never test your peace. She'll protect it, and when you refuse to tolerate what disrespects you, you rise, you grow, and you attract what matches your worth.